Tired of the silence, the sugar-coated lies. Another headline screaming behind vacant eyes. They build up their walls so high and so strong, but the truth's gonna break through before too long. Every single day, the same damn old game, pointing all the fingers, nobody takes the blame. This pressure's building, is starting to crack. Ain't no turning back now, ain't no holding back. I'm about to say it, yeah, I'm about to scream. Tired of the fake smiles, living in a dream. The real life's bleeding out in the cold. Gotta break the mold, gotta let it unfold. I'm about to say it, every single word. The uncomfortable truth finally gonna be heard. I'm gonna say it.
Hey, good morning. Let's get this week started. This magnificent Monday going. How's everybody doing? Check my mic. Can y'all hear me? Hey, sis, you in the building? Okay, let me bring you up. Okay, I got you. Good morning, Tater. You made it. Did you get the invite? All right. Um, Lori, good morning, bestie. Shout out to Lori. She just leveled up to that number 24 in our fan club. Fam. That's fam, y'all. FAM. Fam club. All right. Trying to get my lights right over here, y'all. All right. There we go. All right. There we go. Now we in the building. Now we right with ourselves. I'm gonna get a couple of things together. Give people enough time to come in. Pink Tech? Did I see you? Did I see Pink Tech in here? Jerome, my man's, what's good with you? Just saying. Good morning, bestie. How are you? Oh yeah, yes. Okay, I thought I seen it right. Yeah, there you go. How you doing? You at home? Real quick, y'all. Before we get started with, I was watching the Arizona news, ABC 15, and I'm watching it last night, and the more things become AI, the more things that robots are allowed to control and to do. Um, it shows how that could be detrimental to a lot of us. How things can go wrong. I'm gonna tell y'all a story real quick. It has nothing to do with today's show, but it's just my observation. Right? Oh, happy birthday to him! Happy birthday to him! You know, I can. I don't think. Okay, no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna go that way with it. Let me put it this way: there are some things that having a robot do can be beneficial, but there's also things that it's more detrimental than beneficial. And so, Maui in Paris, good morning, bestie. Welcome in. And so, just saying that AI is becoming terrifying. Can't even believe your own eyes anymore. And perfectly true. That's perfectly true. And so when I'm watching the news last night, right, and I see that the police is Phoenix Police Department. Yeah, Phoenix Police Department. I was make sure I had it right. Yeah, it's Phoenix Police Department. Anyway, it was a cold case, um, unaliving thing that happened back in the day, and I think this was might have been '98. I can't remember the story correct, but I think it was '98. But in any event, this lady went to a house. This young lady went to a house, and allegedly, or according to what they're saying in the police report, or what they was reporting last night, she went to the house to make a D-rug play. Right? She went to get some D-rugs from the house, and something didn't go right in the house, and somebody with a shotgun, and she got, I mean, with a shot, sorry, and it got hit. She got hit in the face, ultimately unaliving her. And the person that they said done it ran out the house, ran down the street, and got away. Now they was using facial recognition, and so we're fast forwarding into now to today's times. Now they was using this facial recognition, and by them using that program or that system or whatever, it got it down to 15 possible suspects, right? Or 15 possible matches to this facial recognition thing that they were using. And so one of them, I guess they they just picked him. I guess they just picked him out of the 15. They picked this guy. But anyways, he was in Mexico. And so they went down to Mexico, got him, extradited him back up here to Phoenix, Arizona. But then they had to release him because, come to find out, this dude didn't even have any ties to Phoenix, Arizona, didn't live in Phoenix, Arizona, had nothing to do with Phoenix, Arizona, wasn't even here then. And so now, of course, they let him go back to Mexico, but now he's suing Phoenix Police Department as well as Maricopa County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff's Office. And I bring that up because just think about it. We could easily be accused of doing something we didn't even do just because we look similar to someone. And so that's the downfall of technology. That's so I think that, and it goes back to like I was starting out. In some places, yeah, it is good for us to have certain mechanical things or robots doing duties, but there's other things that still has to be performed by human beings. And don't get me wrong, humans can get it wrong too. But I just think it'd have been a more thorough investigation just letting humans doing it. But you got to be careful. All these cameras we got watching us throughout our day and stuff. While you're driving, we got tag readers and stuff like that. Yeah, right, Tater, for embarrassment. Yeah, that's embarrassing because now you went. Not only did you leave the country to go get a guy and bring him back, bring him to Arizona, to Phoenix. It wasn't even him, and I didn't even give y'all. Okay, so let me give y'all some more part of some more of this. All right, so the young lady who was unalive when she went to the house to make that play had a son. She was a mother. She had a little boy at that time. Well, her little boy is now a police officer in Austin, Texas. And so when they brought this guy from Mexico saying that he was the one, Greg King, good morning to you, brother. Thank you for that heart meet. When they brought him from Mexico back, I keep saying back. When they brought him from Mexico to Phoenix, the guy who they alleged matched this profile or facial recognition of the person who was alleged to have done the crime that night. They bring him back. Well, they bring the son from Austin, Texas to Phoenix. They use his handcuffs, the son's handcuffs. And they got his mother's name written on the handcuffs and stuff like that. And that's what they put on this man that they brought from Mexico, claiming he was the one. So they done made this whole big thing out of it, only to have to go back and say, well, we got to let him go. He doesn't match. It's not him. There's no evidence proving that it's him. And so now her son had to go and let his family know. And now they felt like they was back at square one. And so it's just like I just feel like that was too much. I just think certain things need to stay how we've been doing it. Just let humans do that. Let you get me? I just wanted to bring that up to you just to let y'all know and make y'all aware that all these cameras that on us, we could easily be blamed for something we didn't even do. So be careful. Try to make sure you are nowhere in places that are um, known for things to go down. And I don't even know if that's even safe anymore. Rita, how you doing? Welcome in. All right, y'all. Before I get to the first segment and open up, let me do my work before my mods get on me. PSA, y'all ready? All right, we've got Pirate Hat. I believe that's what it's called. Pirate Hat as a gifting goal. Only one. Starting out with only one gifting goal. So we got the Pirate Hat on that. Keep double tapping the screen. Thank you for being here, but keep double tapping the screen. Share out the live. However, if you share out the live, make sure you share it to only 5 people at a time. Just saying thank you for that heart, me bestie. I appreciate it. Lori said if they watching me, they bored. They're like, do something. No, yeah, absolutely. Hey, look, I'd rather be bored than free, you know. I feel you on that. If you've sent a heart me, make sure you go back and click on the orange heart next to my name and make sure that you go and do your daily activity so that you can collect your coins on here. If you haven't subscribed, we strongly encourage you to subscribe. That way you will get notified when we go live, when the platform wants to act right and is not mad at us. You'll be notified when we go live. Also, you get a badge put next to your name that says crew. That lets my moderators and I know that you're part of our news crew member team. And we will get to your comment here in the live more expeditiously, as well as you're able to use our special stickers. As you can see, my sister here, Jenny, she has put some in there. Only you are privy to using those as a subscriber. Okay, so you want to make sure you go and subscribe. You get those perks. Like I said, you get the badge next to your name. And so, yeah, that's what we got. If you're watching on YouTube, do me a favor, click the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up button. Also, click that bell icon so you'll be notified when we post content on YouTube or when we go in live on YouTube. If you're watching this via Facebook, make sure you click the little star button, okay? It's a star, not in the icon, not in the emojis, not an emoji. It's another thing. It's a star. It's a little gold star. You want to click on that, all right? And Dr. Rashida, long time no see. How you been doing, bestie? Um, There it is. There it is. So now we'll go into our first segment. And look, we're going to start with this one first because we have been listening to Jamala Lassine talking as far, and that's Tupac's cousin. And she's been talking us or walking us through events leading up to his untimely demise. All right. And so I want to make sure we stay on this a little more. And so today we're going to do one segment she got where she's done an interview and she says that Tupac's mom's house received death threats after his death. We had to build a fence and install cameras. Now I don't know which house. I've been telling y'all I want to take a day where I'm going to go to Stone Mountain. I'm going to try to see if we can get to that house. I'm not going to promise y'all. I'm going to try. Again, I'm not trying to trespass on nobody's property. Given the temperature of how the world is today, we all know that could end tragically. Nobody's trying to do that. But I would like to do that. I would like to get there. If we can't, if I can't, I'm at least going to go to the school that was named after him. And hopefully, and prayerfully, the statue is still out there. Probably isn't, but hopefully the statue is still out there. But let's go. Let's see. Let's see what house she's talking about. Let's see if she states who she thinks or who they think the threats was coming from.
What do people still misunderstand about the atmosphere at the hospital that night in Las Vegas? What do people still misunderstand? Because a lot of people claimed that there were death threats. Did you hear any death threats or about any death threats at that particular time?
Yep. So the death threats came afterwards from my experience. It was when at the hospital, there was a journalist, I believe later, but during the time at the hospital, it was a journalist named Kathy Scott who had released this book called The Killing of Tupac Shakur, right? And in the back of that book, she had listed my aunt's recent address in Atlanta, Georgia, and it was my aunt's recent phone number to the house number, right? In the back of that book. And from that moment, I was shocked to see how much phone calls we was getting. For one, during the daytime, we would get calls from the East Coast.
Yeah,
right?
That's what it sounds like.
And some would be
that's crazy.
death
That's crazy
threats,
work.
and some would be calls to assure us that we would be protected. You know what I mean? Whatever we need, they got for us. You know, if we need muscles, we got muscles. The wolves will come out, you know, and then during the night, we'll get calls from the West Coast because you got to think of the time difference. So if it's 12 o'clock, midnight here on the East is 9 on the West, right? So this would be all night. So 3 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast is 12 midnight on the West. So throughout those hours, we would get calls.
Hey, good morning, Marie. How you doing,
West
Bessie?
Coast with the same
you made
type
it in.
of mentality. Whether we got the wolves to come out for you, or we're the wolves that's coming to get you. You know what I mean? And we got through that period. And it didn't take long at all. It didn't last long.
Isn't
Put
that
it
sad?
like that. We was able to get a fence up. That's when we built up our security. We fenced the house up. We got a fence, a gate up with a security code and you know, intercom and cameras all around the property, and changed the numbers, and you know, and tried to move forward from there.
Was there a moment in the hospital where you knew before anybody said anything, because you were the first family member there, that Tupac wasn't coming back?
I nope, because I was being hopeful. I was being hopeful and hoping that that he would be able to survive this. Although I knew it was going to be a long and hard fight, my concern was, once he survived this, will he have the ability to write again? You know what I mean? Will he be able to write again? Will he be able to speak in, you know, in the same tone or same manner again? So that was mainly my concern, was his abilities and disabilities.
The reason why she's saying that is because it was stated that Pac lost a finger in the pew-pewing. He had damage to a lung as well. So when she's saying she was wondering or concerned if he would be able to write, you know, the finger's missing. His hand was damaged. And then if he would sound the same, that would be because of the lung that was injured. This is what kind of question is that? Always have hope. Yeah, for sure. For sure. You definitely want to have, even like she said, even in knowing that it's going to be a hard process to get back to some sense of normalcy. Never will be what it was. We know that, but you definitely want to always have a positive outlook. So, yeah, for sure. You know,
and how to
Right.
move
Always hope.
forward.
You're always gonna
If
hope
he
for the best.
had any
Exactly.
disabilities, how are we gonna get through with that?
I've never heard anybody say that. Like I said, once again, because of your observation and being there firsthand, talking about disabilities and the possibility of disabilities and and your hope and the recuperation aspect, you were already thinking ahead. I think that's very interesting. Yaki Gaddafi was killed just 2 months after Tupac. How devastating was that loss so soon after losing your cousin?
That was a devastating loss with Yaki Gaddafi. And it was more devastating to me because Yaki was the youngest. He was the baby, right? It was more devastating to me because Pac was already out there. You know, he had put himself out there in certain situations where shit could happen, you know? So
Okay, if there's one AI site builder.
That's not part of it, y'all.
Yaki's death happened on the day, it happened on my brother's birthday, right? And it happened on the day that we was planning. It happened the day after we was planning Tupac's memorial service here in Atlanta at the Civic Center in Atlanta. The memorial service was going to be taking place on November 10th. Yaki, who I called on November 7th, 8th, and 9th to catch the flight from Jersey to Atlanta. Yaki was hard-headed. Yes. Was he hard-headed? Yes. You know what I mean?
Said, dang, that's
and
heavy.
He always missed his flight.
Right.
You know what I mean? And this time he missed his flight because the plan was for the Outlaws to perform
Double Cheeks, welcome in.
Memorial
How you doing,
service
Bessie? Good morning.
On November 10th at the Atlanta Civic Center. So Yaki had a ticket already booked to leave Jersey the night of November 9th. And Yaki missed his flight. And then he missed the next flight. And then we hear the next morning of the 10th that Yaki was shot. And he was fighting for his life in the hospital in Jersey. Personally, me, myself, I had a nervous breakdown. My whole body broke down. I was done. I was a wrap.
Understandable.
But with the nervous breakdown,
good morning.
The body is broke down. I'm a
Thank
wrap.
you for joining in.
I'm this, I'm that. I still had to get up. I still had to take a shower, bathe myself, so that we could go and complete this assignment that we had already assigned. And that was the memorial service of Tupac Amaru Shakur. You know, we had to grieve for Yaki later because we still got work to do. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
wow, man. They didn't
Yaki's death to me
get a break.
Was devastating above all. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Mm-hmm.
Young Noble
Mm-hmm.
passes
Mm-hmm.
last year, 2025. He did it. His last interview he actually did here on the Art of Dialogue.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Before he passed. How did you process that loss after everything that your family had to endure?
Another heartbroken, another sad loss, because it was another brother that we lost, you know? And the fact that we, you know,
sending prayers up for you,
mental illness is real, okay? And you know, you see, because prior to Noble's death, I've heard I've heard others come to me and you know, you see it on social media. We see Noble kind of spiraling out of control. You know, we seen some red flags like to make you say, "Yo, what's up with Noble? Is nobody?" You know, I always call Noble every birthday of his, and Noble and I communicated often. You know, but prior to his death, I haven't spoken to Noble in months. He died in July. I didn't call him on his last birthday in March because I knew that in March at that time, he was already spiraling out of control for what I was seeing, what he was putting out on the social media. You know what I mean? I knew that after Noble Moms died, that was a trigger. I knew that after Pac died, how it it traumatized these young kids. You know what I mean? You gotta understand these were young kids at the time. You know, and
thank you for the love you so much, sis. I love you so much.
It was as if
Shout out
they
to my
was lost
sis. She just reached that
souls
fam
after
level
that.
8.
Like, you know, and how hard it was for them to recover. You know, a lot of us we turn to alcohol. You know, you throw on Hit 'em Up or Against All Odds and a bottle of a fucking Grey Goose or something. It's turned up. We angry, we raging, we mad, we pissed. Pac just died, Yaki died, and we still mad. We don't know how to move on, you know? And some of us stay stuck in that anger, you know what I mean? And how and trying to process on how to move forward. And then once Noble Moms died, you know, I want to say that was a
Welcome
trigger.
in the ocean. How you doing?
To
good morning to you.
The start of the mental breakdown.
Let's give it up to Jamala Lassane. Art of Dialogue. And my man's Delray Richards. When we cover her, when we listen to her interview, one of the things, of course, yeah, it's about Pac, and you know that in itself encompasses a lot. But the thing that also gets me is that when she speaks, she has a way of taking us as if we are right there. She's putting us right there in that moment. You know, some people have a way of telling a story to where you can feel it. You feel it inside yourself. It's not like you just hear the story. You feel it. And so to hear her talk about these things, talk about what she experienced, But another thing she's good at when she's doing it is also conveying her feeling, her emotions. She has a way of the way she tells the story. She pours her emotion into you, and you feel it. Don't get me wrong. We all have our void, a sense of void, or our emotion at this time of September 13th, 1996. We go back. We still haven't, like I say, we hadn't recovered from that. You know, anything like that. That was a prominent, tragic incident in our culture. But the thing about it is, when she says it, you can only imagine how that's her blood relative, and so what we feel to her is magnified times infinity. And she has a way of conveying the story to where that pours out into us. And so that's why I'm so captivated when she's talking. Like, I'm just hanging on to what she's saying, you know. Yeah, right, sis. That's what I'm saying. She's good at bringing us into those memories. Exactly, exactly, Lori. Yeah, you can hear the pain. Like you, it's a we didn't know him, so her the way she's bringing it to us and the way she presents it makes it more intimate. Like it takes us there. And although we still have the feelings we had when it happened back then, and we can still identify with that, she comes and like it's almost like we're family with them. And it also lets us know that any type of grief or any type of avoidance that we felt from it is justified. And like she's understanding. Man, we're gonna have more of her. We're gonna hear some more of her tomorrow. And like, I mean, she's just my heart goes out to her. My heart goes out to the family. Because one thing for sure, we can see they still hadn't had any kind of rest. A shout out to you, Mr. Garland, um, and you and your family as well. So let's continue praying for that for the family, man. That's I don't, that's hard. That's rough. That's rough. Okay, try to collect ourselves here for a minute. Let's do a PSA again. We have a pirate hat as the gifting goal. We just need one to close out that goal. So we pray that we can get that. Also, thank you for those that's double tapping the screen. I appreciate that. Also, if you sent a heart me, please go back and click that heart. Claim your points. And the way you claim it says your points. Claim your coins. And the way you claim your coins is by doing the daily checklist things that you have to do. I think it's like 3 things on this: and the gift, a comment, and the heart me. If you sent the heart me, you only got 2 more to do to meet that goal. Uh, Sorry, y'all. I'm still kind of, if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel by clicking the orange heart right above me, and become a subscriber. You'll get a badge put next to your name that says crew. And that signifies to my moderators and I that you are part of our news crew member team. All right. And then, like I said before, when you leave a comment here in the live, we'll see that crew badge next to your name and it'll stand out to us more. In addition to that, you also get access to special stickers that's only exclusively for our news crew members, and you can have the ability to use them here in the live. All right. If you're watching on YouTube, please click that thumbs up icon for me. If you enjoy the content, make sure you click that little bell icon so you'll be notified when we post content or when we go live via YouTube. All right. And I appreciate that as well over there. Make sure you subscribe to our channel on YouTube, G Smooth 404. We're going to go into the second segment, y'all. We're going to go into a second segment. Demetrius, did you peep the vid? I said, on Love Brother? No, not yet. I haven't. You sent it on here? Or was it through regular text message? I'll make sure I check it. Just let me know where you sent it. Regular? Okay. Okay. I'll check it out after this. Matter of fact, making a note now, making sure I don't forget. Making sure I don't forget. Got you. Got you, brother. I will do it. All right, sis. Okay, y'all. So now we're gonna move on to our second segment. And this is I don't even know where to go from here on this one. I don't even I can tell you we know that Ramir and Jay-Z have been going through this thing with the DNA paternity test. I can tell you that much. But after that's about the extent of it, because I didn't have this on the bingo card. But shout out to Miss Lowdown. She is gets a video credit for the second segment. And the title is Oh Lord, period. Word is I don't want to say his name, Cheddar Color Coat Leader, to help Rymir get DNA tests. Jay-Z is done. Not my words. I'm reading the headline to you, and I don't know what's going on. Demetri said we need to do a segment on the CRED list hip hop one day. Hey, I'm for it, brother. I'm for that. You let me know when you're ready, and we can put it together. We can do it on your platform, this platform. It don't even matter. You just let me know when what time works best for you. And it's the same as I don't know if she's in here. But talking with JoJo. She wants to do something too. We can do that. If she's in here, let me know. Listen, hey, anytime you all want to do a collab together, I'm for it. Cause all we got is us. Y'all support me. I'm gonna support you. Know that. Know that for sure. Okay, hold on, sis. It's telling me you back. Okay, got you. All right. You on? There you go. All right. All right. Welcome in, Tori. So let's listen. Like I said, this is not on my bingo card. I don't really. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, I know that Jay-Z was mentioned in the Trumpstein files with the Cheddar Color Code Leader. So I don't understand where this is coming from. But hey, let's dive in. Let's dive in. Let's listen.
I'm gonna try to get through this video without keep laughing, y'all. But I just got a message. Y'all, this is the craziest message I ever got because I've been laughing ever since I got it. Word on the street is Trump is about to help Ramir get this DNA test. I don't know how or when or who or what. But I know you can go to a higher courts. Don't he kind of control the courts? I'm just saying, most of the people that's on the judicial system
Like
up
SCOTUS,
top up there,
yeah.
didn't Trump put them in office, y'all?
Yeah,
And, put them in that position. Y'all, Lord have mercy. The word on the street is he's about to help Ramir get this DNA test done. If this is true, Jay-Z is done.
Right,
He's
sis.
done,
Yep.
y'all.
All three branches.
Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Y'all, I've been laughing. You mean to tell me he been dodging this for years? And Trump get in office. And this DNA test about to get done? Y'all, and Nicki Minaj is having a field day right now, y'all. Oh my goodness. Nicki Minaj
I don't care
done
about her.
snapped, y'all. Okay? She done snapped. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. If they make Jay-Z take that DNA test, it's over, y'all. It's over. It doesn't matter about everybody else I mean, it matters if other people come forward. Yes, it
Jesus,
does.
Nikki thought
But
she was
he
saved by her golden
automatically
ticket.
will
Yeah, she
go to
did.
prison over
Sold out for nothing.
this Ramir's mother. Word on the street, y'all. Lord have mercy. And Nicki Minaj
Allegedly.
has lost her man, y'all. She is posting left and right. She just posted this up, y'all. Dun, dun, dun. I told y'all shit about to hit the fan, y'all.
So
They
Nicki
peed with the wrong person and at the wrong.
Nicki Minaj posted a side by side picture of Jay-Z and Rymir. Look, man, we've already seen that picture before. You could well, all right, let me hold on. Let me slow down a little bit because I did watch Maury back in the day sometimes. And I was for sure, I swear for cheese and crackers that the guy was the baby's father because they look alike, only to come to find out he wasn't. but they look alike. They look alike. They look very, very much alike. And again, I don't think. I mean, if there's a gazillion other celebrities that if he wanted to pin as his father, he could have picked. I don't think Jay-Z would have been the pick. Like, heck, he probably would have picked John Travolta before he picked Jay-Z. And we know that that's far off. But, you know, if he wanted to do that, you get me? Tory said he has his mannerisms and laugh. Yeah. Like, and that's something that's embedded. So that's what she did. I mean, you know, Nikki, we don't really care about Nikki no more. You know, after, we just don't. We just don't. We leave it at that.
Motherfucking time, okay, y'all. Nikki is snapping out right now, so she's letting the world know.
Thank you for the roses, Maui and Paris. Shout out to Maui and Paris, completing that rose mission.
And he thought that he could throw up, you know, had somebody to throw up a post to say, if you say anything else about me, you know, you're gonna sue her for $1 billion. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Don't you owe her money?
Yeah.
Because word on the street is she invested in Jay-Z's company and he cheated her out of money.
Yeah.
He owes her money. And I'm still waiting on why she ain't took him to court, y'all. Why hasn't she took him to court? Y'all, his day can't get no. Y'all, I am so. I'm tired as I don't know what. I was gonna go up here, yeah, take me a nice little hot bath, relax. Y'all, so much information is coming out. These files is coming out. Other people are starting to let stuff slip. People are talking. Jay-Z and Beyonce, they're done, y'all. They're
done. Thank you for that heartbeat. I appreciate it.
Petitions online.
Make sure you claim your coins now.
They're forcing NFL to make a choice to boot him out. They got a petition going. Dang. And it's reminding me of the people that set up the petition toward Nicki Minaj. Now there's a petition on Jay-Z. Y'all, it's about to go down. No wonder they call themselves trying to get out of Dodge. The fans can show up at Jay-Z's door at any time after they get this DNA test done and come pick him right up. And didn't he, y'all, Lord have mercy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is crazy. All of these years, Ramirez's mother will be able to rest in peace. Can literally rest. Because she probably can't rest because her son can't rest.
Jenny said, I wonder how much money
she got him in this mess. Well, she didn't get him in this mess, you know, her messing around with Jay-Z and Jay-Z messing around with her. That was that Ramirez.
From what I heard the other day, she was doing a tour. Yeah,
he didn't have a choice back out on tour in the matter. Okay, y'all. And then his mother passes away, and on her passing away bed, she tells him, "This is your father." No matter what nobody say, this is your father.
Green Apple, welcome in.
She had two choices. It was either this guy or it's him. The other guy took the test. He wasn't the father.
Oh, y'all.
Jay-Z haven't been made to take the test because he has had judges allegedly in his pocket for more than one courthouse, y'all. Several courthouses.
No lie.
And you mean to tell me now, y'all? Now. I'm sorry. Lord have mercy.
Sip my coffee. Salute to my coffee drink.
I know he punching the air right now. He gotta be. He gotta be, y'all. He gotta be punching the air right now. This child just keep on coming. He does not give up, y'all.
Thank you for liking the live, Lori. I appreciate that, bestie.
Is posting this.
Thank y'all for double tapping that screen.
Y'all,
I appreciate it.
What they say, just what the streets is saying, that Trump is about to make him take that DNA test, y'all.
Okay. Ooh, y'all.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I wish I could.
This. All right, now again, y'all, this, things can get messy. Things get messy. And so Nikki, I know what we think, sis. I know what we think. Jerome, shout out to Jerome. Let's give it up to Jerome. He just watched his 300th minute of our lives. I appreciate that love and support, man. Thank you so much. Millie in the building. My bestie was good with you. I know what we think. Sis, I know what we think when it comes to baby girl, aka Aaliyah, and Jay-Z. I know what we think. Nicki Minaj poses a picture, and I can't really see where his hands is. It's cut off, but Jay-Z standing behind Aaliyah. And I can't that looks like Diddy in the pink. That looks like Diddy, but I'm not sure. But in any event, it's Nicki Minaj. She posted it. Her caption on the picture says, "What in the fudge?" Y'all can finish that. Then it says hashtag child. That movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger played in back in the day with the monster. And he was in the army. And child, Deaditor. How about that? But it is not Deaditor. It's not that. Millie said, I love Cardi B blasting Nicki. I'm all for it. Yes. Dimple cheeks. Y'all follow now. Y'all pick up what we putting down. That's what it say. That's what it say. Okay. So what we think we know, and then she's on the inside. Nick on the inside with these people, and for her to put something like that, that seems like it's a subliminal message. And if we know what we know, we have to wonder if that subliminal message is also insinuating somebody being put on a plane when they didn't want to get put on a plane. They was derugged to get put on a plane. If y'all catching what I'm throwing.
Be a fly on the wall when they knock on his door. Lord have mercy, y'all. Boy, oh boy,
Marion
oh
Paris
boy.
said Jay-Z has been bullying
Nicki
Nicki for years.
Minaj goes on
Well,
to
yeah,
say,
he has.
"What in the
That is
F?
true.
Uh,
That is true.
Little one, to the tour. This is what she posted, y'all.
Mm-mm.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
DJ Rocky
He's
B
in
in the
trouble,
building.
y'all.
Thank you for those roses, Millie. I appreciate that. I love our conversations, Millie, too. And I agree with what you said last.
This was the main straw that they needed
Thank you for the
for
live,
Jay-Z.
DJ Rocky B.
Lord have mercy, y'all. I bet Beyonce can't sleep at all right now. She drinking and thinking right now, y'all. I'm telling you, Beyonce gotta be drinking and thinking right now.
Yeah.
It's a possibility that her husband could be going to
Ain't
jail.
nothing wrong with that.
Just like P. Diddy, y'all.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And then the more
And
digging
like I
they do,
told you
they probably
before,
can
I'll tell
get
you
some stuff
again,
on
I'm here
her
if you
that'll
ever need
make
to
her
talk.
go to jail. Like with this Kathy White stuff, y'all, this is crazy on so many levels. Lord have mercy.
Nikki
y'all,
is
if
woken up
this
and not
is
going
true,
back to sleep.
Nicki Minaj is about to stick it to date Jay-Z in
Yeah, he
ways
should have just paid her
she's
the
never
money.
done before. Okay,
It
y'all?
probably wouldn't be here.
He's scared. They already done started reaching out.
Let's see. Okay, so now she's got she's posted a picture. I'm talking about Nikki, y'all. When I say she, I'm talking about Nikki. Nikki, boy, she trolling. But she's posted a picture. It's Chucky from Child's Play. And he's holding up a martini like he's cheering, giving a cheers. It says, your favorite artist has been practicing rituals in a satanic cult where they take little ones from other countries. Y'all, I don't even know. All right, mods, come together. We're gonna have to act like we Diddy and KK and the family. We need to huddle up, and we need to come up with a plan on how we can relay this to these people, our viewers. All right, y'all. Man, I need some paper and a marker. Okay. Charades. Who's ready for charades? Y'all ready? Got your coffee, got your tea, got your energy drink, got whatever you drink. All right. It says Jay-Z is okay. Well, we won't say Jay-Z. I'm gonna put her words. Your favorite artist, he ain't mine, but your favorite artist has been participating in rituals in a satanic CULT where they take BABIES from other countries and this is the blade. What am I? Somebody's put it in there for me. Okay, okay. I'm a Braves fan. Hey, how about this? Y'all know we got the tomahawk. Yes, yes, Greg. They doing that. That's what they've been doing, and unaliving them as a form of a BLOOD sacrifice to their. And she put a capital G, but we gonna put lowercase g because there's only one. And that one is not for this action. So they're God. You see, when your master is hating, but take the H off and put the S, you must constantly shed BLOOD. However, she put in boy. So she calling them out. Now listen, y'all. So then she put in capital letters. She put the jig is up. Now let's see how many of y'all know this stuff like I know this stuff. I know some of y'all, Jenny, others, some of y'all that's on rock with us and been talking. I know you know. Big Mel, welcome in, brother, welcome in. Out of the words that she capitalized, how could you tell who she's talking about? Do y'all need me to tell you what she capitalized again? DJ Rocky said that is why Nikki is seeking protection from DJT. She is smart. I have to say, as much as I don't rock with her now, DJ Rocky B, that is smart. That is very smart. I'm gonna go over it again. In capital letters, jig is up. What lets us know from that passage? And y'all, you got to know. What can we take from that passage that will let us know she's talking about Jay-Z? He said, Michelle LeMay. Yeah, yeah, we are true on that. Maui in Paris says she is smart, very misunderstood. Rita said, y'all favorite artist. Okay, I'm gonna walk y'all through there. I'm gonna walk y'all through there. Okay, you ready? That part, Greg. The jig is up. That lets us know she's talking about Jay-Z. How? How can you say that, Mr. Breaking News G Smooth? Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you how I could say that. Because he's the only one that run around and says Jigga Man. The jig is up. He calls himself Jigga Man. You just gotta decode it. That's what I mean by they put it in our faces. And if you know, you gonna catch it. If you don't know, you know, crazy because he is Jigsaw. I'm telling you. Rita says she been going at it with rocks for a minute too. Yeah, and it's all come from money, man. She did put stock in his company, and he didn't do what he was supposed to do with it. You know, so but yeah, that she put this, y'all. She put this. We've been talking about BLOOD sacrifices and what they do in in that select group. We've been saying it. We've been called crazy. We've been saying we're conspiracy theorists. We've been called we over exaggerate with fear mongering. We've been called everything but the truth. But it's in movies, it's in songs, and now it's in her post. You get me? So we know.
Out to some of the people that they got on the payroll and making them, take
Yes,
stuff
Rita, she
down.
confirmed it.
Because people been posting up certain things about Jay-Z.
Rudy
Everybody was talking about the Epstein list and stuff like that. So people, certain, like media places and stuff like that you can Google and stuff like that, they were posting this about, the little situation with that. And he got them to take it down, y'all. He's getting people to take down their videos that has to do with those Epstein files, y'all. And it mentioning Jay-Z's name. So he been having his people, his little minions that he kind of pretty much control. Okay, and they thought they could get away with throwing it up anyway because everybody else is doing it. Now they're trying to do damage control right now, y'all. And take that down. Even though it's in the files, they still making people take it down. Y'all, this is crazy. This child right here is acting a fool. Okay, y'all. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. Y'all, shout out to Nicki. Shout out to Jack. Everybody that's been standing up to these monsters in the industry, y'all. Shout out to them because their work is starting to pay off now. Finally. And y'all forget, Jag got that award. She got that award from the president. She got that award, y'all. From the president. Oh my God. And Nikki is pretty much, she's plugged now with him. And she is posting whatever she wants, even after he said that he was going to come after her with everything he got for $1 billion. He's not even worth $1 billion. So how in the world did he think that he was going to get $1 billion if she was going to lose? Y'all, how would he get $1 billion? You're not even worth $1 billion. And people have already stopped, it ain't like he got a career going on right now. I'm just saying he's not touring and all of this stuff. So where is she, messing up his career at? His career has already took a turn for the worse. He was trying to get loans and stuff, and this was before Nikki. He was trying to get loans he couldn't get anymore. Nobody's trusting him with money anymore like that. So he's already been on a downward spiral. So how could you say you're going to sue her for defamation or whatever when your career is already messed up? People been talking about you for the longest. Everybody's putting out information. Even the information about your so-called son that you won't take this DNA test. Y'all, if they get him to take that DNA, it's over. Everybody going to be sitting back with their popcorn and looking and waiting, anticipating, like they watching the Murray show to see who is that baby's pappy. And we can see,
remind me of
y'all,
Life, that movie Life. I'm that baby
Paul. How much Ramir looks like him.
I'm that baby pappy.
And I bet you, I got a feeling when Ramir find out the true truth, whenever he get this DNA test,
too,
and I'm hoping that this is true what they saying.
The blow off got to be
explosive. This DNA test, y'all, I hope he still doesn't have anything to do with that monster. The journey to just even finding out and what he had to go through to get it, I wouldn't want anything to do with him. For real, for real.
Millie said he
and
paid
I
off.
wonder, can he sue him or is he going to owe him any money or this and that? Is he going to get back child support? Like, I don't know. I don't even know how that would work when he's an adult already.
Millie said, I'm the pappy.
You know. At all. If he wanted to get to know, his siblings and stuff like that,
shout out
then,
to Can't Get Right.
I can see him doing that. But him hanging out with Jay-Z, I just don't see it. I think he's going to be peed off. He's going to feel like his son just, put the icing on a cake when he did this to himself. Mm-hmm. He did this to himself, y'all. Mm-hmm. Okay? Nikki, she posted this up too. Your favorite artist has been practicing rituals in a satanic cult, y'all. This is what they're saying. This is what she posted. Where they take little ones from other countries and do the unthinkable to them, okay? Then take them out as a form of a sacrifice to their God. You see, when your master is Satan, you must constantly shed that BLOOD.
Oh
However,
yeah.
the jig
Straight
is
up.
up,
Rest in
y'all.
power,
This is what
Bernie
she's
Mac.
saying. Jigga Man, the jig is up. It's his turn, y'all. It's his turn. And people get mad all they want. I still keep seeing a couple people, oh, why ain't no white people on there? Why it ain't this? Why it ain't that? Why is they on there? That's the thing. Why is they on there? Okay?
Thank you.
You get to the other ones when you get to them. But why are they on there?
That's what I'm talking about, man.
These are the ones that your kids and everybody that grew up on listening to and looking up to. Why are they on there, y'all? Huh? And is this why they're as successful as they have been? Because of the fact that they were down for whatever, y'all. Whatever.
That part.
Just like the other ones. Y'all, boy, oh boy, oh boy. I told y'all Trump is shaking the table right now, y'all. He's shaking the table. And he's doing what no other president
Big Mike,
would have
thank
done.
you for that heart, me brother. I appreciate it.
We got a big, big, big problem in the music industry. We do. A huge problem. Somebody that is stunting growth of even people with talent, God-given talent. And then they get into this industry and they are treated like shitika, y'all. Okay? They're turned out and all kind of mess being done. And now, half of the stories that's coming out through this paperwork, some is probably, not true.
Hey,
some
thank you for the Go
is. And I do
Popular, Big
believe
Mike.
the majority of it is real.
How you
I
been
think
doing?
it is. And the reason why I say this is who dumb enough to call the feds and lie and play games? These people didn't call the police. They sit in their living room or kitchen or whatever bedroom and they decided, I don't want to call the police. I'm going to call the feds because they're going to do something about it. That's how they was feeling. I'm going to call the feds. And that's what they did. And this is why the majority of these reports I do believe are true. I really do. Because who want to play with the feds? Just sit in their living room. Let me call the feds and lie to them. That don't make no sense to me.
Big Mike, I appreciate that, brother.
To the feds. Who wants to call the feds to play
I
with
need
them?
to know what you think
too.
You think Jigga Man on the clock?
Unless
think he up next?
Have to. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Y'all, when I tell y'all, Jay-Z is punching the air right now, okay? I do too, man, bro. I can't get rid of this ninja for nothing in the world. He just keeps coming back. But this one right here.
Big Mike said they closing in on him. Yes, sir. I'm talking about 10 by 4.
Y'all. They about to make Jay-Z take that DNA test.
Hey, was you in here?
Something that he been running from Big Mike. For years, y'all.
I don't know if you was in here when we was reading it.
It is about that. 2026 is about to be life-changing for a lot of people.
Yeah, I know he told me about it.
Be one of them,
Big man.
Word on street. Y'all should about to hit the fan, y'all. And I'm here for it. I know y'all here for it because I'm definitely here for it. Anyway, y'all, please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video.
Hold on,
and thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.
Let me go back to it real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna mute it just in case it play because I don't want the audio. We already heard it. Okay. Hey, so Big Mike, Big Mel, I don't even know if you was in here yet, Big Mel. You might have been. Maggie G, welcome in. But Nicki Minaj posted this. It's a picture of Chucky, from Child's Play, the movie. It's a picture of Chucky. He's got a martini glass. He got a martini. He's raising it like, cheering somebody, like he's sitting in a chair, like, got you, cheers. And the caption reads, your favorite artist has been participating in rituals in a satanic cult where they take, BABIES from other countries, and you know, you got a blade and you with some meat. Yeah, thank you, sis. That and unaliving them as a form of a BLOOD sacrifice to their. Now she say God with a capital G. I'm not. I'm saying with a lowercase G. But she says, you see, when your master is hating, take the H off, add the S. You must constantly shed BLOOD. However, the jig is up, and I was letting people understand and know that you could tell who she's talking about. She's talking about him by her putting jig is up, and we know that he always calls himself Jigga Man. So jig is up, Jigga Man. Yeah, yeah. So y'all, that's crazy. That's crazy. Big Mike said, "Yep." Bole, yeah. That group, them people. Well, listen, ain't no point in stopping now. Ain't no point in stopping now since we still talking. She was talking about Jay-Z. We might as well just stay here, and we're gonna go to transition to segment 3. But before we do that, let's go ahead and do this PSA so my mods don't get on the meat after the show. So we have a pirate hat. We got one pirate hat as the gifting goal. That's all we need to close it out. Just one. Then we'll drop it down. Y'all know how we do. Keep double tapping that screen. Keep double tapping that screen. Share out the live if you like. I appreciate it. Just remember, if you do so, just share it to 5 people at a time so the platform doesn't think that we are falsely engaging or false engaging, okay? If you've sent me a heart me, please take this time to go and click the orange heart again. Do your daily checklist things, check them off, and claim your coins. All right, I appreciate you sending the heart me, but make sure you go get your coins. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, click on that orange heart right above my head. Click on that orange heart, subscribe to the channel. You'll get a badge put next to your name that says crew. That lets my moderators and I know that you identify to us as a news crew member. When you leave a comment in the live, we'll get to it more expeditiously. Tommy Guns, welcome in. Also, you'll have access to special stickers that we have only for subscribers, all right? It's exclusively just for you. Nobody can just pop in the live and use them. You have access to it once you become a subscriber. And those of you that do subscribe, thank you so much. We appreciate the love and support. And anything we can do to help you, we will do. I'm watching the stuff come in over here too, y'all. So, Dr. Rashida, thank you for that Go Popular. Rita, thank you for the heart me. And thank you for the Go Popular. All right. Also, if you're tuning in over on YouTube, do me a favor on YouTube. If you like the content, you enjoy the content, first and foremost, we're grateful for it. But make sure you click that thumbs up, that little thumbs up button. Make sure you click that. Also, if you enjoy the content and you want to make sure you stay up to date with what we post, click that little bell notification. Icon. Click that. And that way you'll be notified when we do post content on there or when we're going live on YouTube. If you're watching via Facebook, make sure you click the thumbs up button and then send a star. All right? If you would like to make a donation, that's the CA right there. Jenny posted it. That's the CA right there. You can send it there. And again, thank you all in advance for those that chose to do so. Taylor, thank you for that heart puff, love. I appreciate it. We're going to go on into segment 3. And this is a shout out to our man, Marab Morali. I don't need to introduce him. Y'all know what he about. Y'all know. But the title says, Jay-Z panicking. More shutdown begins. TMZ, Harvey Levin, exposed in the Trump Sting files. Let's rock with it, y'all. Let's rock with it. Let's see what's going on.
So, panic control. Is Jay-Z panicking over what has happened over the past 24 hours because respectable or not respectable articles have been taken down suddenly in regards to all of this? Hey guys, that's Murad Morali. Daily and consistent content. Do subscribe to the channel, guys. Comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. It's just one click to subscribe. That's all you guys need to do. And let's get straight into this video, where it's been announced, guys, that plenty of articles have actually come down since the discussion. And one of those examples, guys, is the Shade Room. They were the first few alongside Neighborhood Talk when it comes to the blogs to discuss what's going on with Jay-Z and the fact that he's been mentioned in this. They've not said anything outside of removing their posts. And then on top of that, New York Post also have removed their extraction. They've completely extracted it from their website. It's not there anymore. And so my question is, why have these three guys suddenly decided to remove themselves from the Jay-Z conversation? Why have they decided to? I feel like somebody's given them the call. I don't even believe that Breakfast Club have kind of touched this conversation. The only way that they've touched it is by stating that this probably is not credible. It's a tip line. Yes, we know that this is a tip line. It doesn't mean that everything on the tip line is 100% accurate, but it's on the tip line. And so therefore it's part of the Department of Justice files that has been released. So therefore it can be discussed. And then when you put forward the conversation of, oh, it's a tip line, immediately when this responds, you're then responding to this conversation by stating that, well, you know, should we believe all victims? Well, we don't really know. And that in itself is a very dangerous territory to be in, because if this would happen to you, one could ask, well, you know, you're giving a tip, you're making a statement, why should we believe you? When you have this conversation of this is the tip line, anybody can say anything to the FBI and it's unclassified and we don't know if it's true, and you present that forward stronger, that's your strong argument, you also are putting forward the notion of should we believe all victims, because people can just cry wolf, which is just a dangerous territory to be in. We can admit that this is a tip line. The Department of Justice have decided to drop this, and that is it. We should believe the person that has come forward with these claims and wait until time tells us. It's really that simple. That is what you can report on, because it's not like this is an edited page that has gone viral or AI that's gone viral. This is something that's from the Department of Justice website. That's all you really need to say about it. So I don't understand why so many people have been quick to say it's a tip line, this is fake news. Or so many people have been saying that, well, in 1996, you know, he wasn't really that famous. Well, in 1998, the man was at P. Diddy's party with Weinstein. They both didn't go together, but they were both at the party together. So how is he, you know, on the streets selling CDs in 1996, but in 1998, the man's at Diddy's party? True. It doesn't make any sense. So I think that there is panic control going on via Jay-Z's side, especially with the Grammys, I believe, tonight. And the Super Bowl next week. He obviously wants, you know, a pure good reputation going into these, because I feel like he wants to please the advertisers. He wants to please NFL, doesn't want to cause any more problems for them. So therefore, he's going to call his contacts, and the lawyers of Rock Nation are going to call their contacts to say either A, we have friends at these places, let's call them to take the articles down, or B, we're going to come for you and sue you, basically try to intimidate and threaten them with a private legal letter, something of the two, or potentially a cease and desist, something like this, I don't know, in order of a way of to show that we can use some, exert our control. We're panicking about this, we don't know what to do, we're obviously very scared. This is the conversation that I think is definitely at hand here when it comes to what is going on with Jay-Z and why he is in his feelings and definitely panicking. I'll give you an example on this. People are saying, well, you know, the news should come down because no legit news source has actually reported on this. That actually isn't true. Variety have come out with an article, guys, to discuss this. Not only Variety, but NME have also come out with an article to discuss this. So those are very much reputable, credible articles that have come out to publish these stories. Then it's the,
you know, Jazzy, what's up with you, niece? Good morning, beautiful. How you doing? Thank you for coming in. Listen, y'all. Okay, we got to stop this. We got to stop this. I'm tired of people trying to say this is a hoax. I'm tired of people saying that this is something that was brought on by the left, Biden or whatever. Listen, stop it. You cannot be so far aligned with someone that it makes you act like you don't see what is right in front of you. I rock with Clinton all day. Not now. Not now. And if what is said in these files is true, he need to go sit down too. I'm not gonna sit here and say, well, just because he was a, you know, prayers and smoked a little, you know, toked a little and got some fellatio in the White House. Oh well, he didn't do. You know, that ain't. You know, ain't, no. Listen, y'all. This is bigger than that. And I don't want to hear no more of why it's just BLK men and them, why they ain't talking about the white. Everybody look. Clearly, you not paying attention. Because not only is it BLK and YT, it's people from other countries that's mentioned in here. And if you've kept up with it, you know that it's been said too many times for it not to be true. I did, sis. Oh, and I started to watch that the surprise witness about Britney Spears, but I fell asleep only because you know it's like 5 hours, and I couldn't sleep last night. So I was watching it, and I finally dozed off. But I love her content anyway, and you already know about Britney, you know. Yeah, but I did. I want you to. I was watching it. I was watching it, and you know she's a big Britney Spears fan, so I know that she's going to get to the nitty gritty of it. You know. But the reason I stopped to say that is because my homeboy posted something over on the book about this, you know, the cheddar color code leader. When this all dropped and came out on Friday, and she goes as far as to say it's not true. And what about Biden? And like, man, that what about y'all keep talking about some TDS. Y'all got BDS and OBS. You know, ODS. I mean, everything when the cheddar color code leader gets found to be guilty of something or has something nefarious going on, and his name is attached to something nefarious, you immediately go to what about Biden? Well, Obama did. Well, Hunter and his laptop. Well, Hillary and her email. Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up because there's no way you can sit here and continuously try to say somebody else is doing something wrong, but you can't see what the person you cheering for, you support, is doing something wrong. Let's just call a thing and let's call a spade a spade. They all wrong. Let's call them out for all the wrongdoings. Let's just do that. Why can't we just do that? You know? Sisters, why aren't they for children and victims, not billionaires and millionaires who gives zero, yeah, F's? Exactly. That's what I'm like, for real. Because the same people that support him, if they go out here and do the same thing, do you think this man finna come support and help y'all? Do y'all think y'all gonna get a J6 pardon? Nope. Not at all. Trina Pink, welcome in. You're not. So let's just ride with it like that. And if Obama pops up in here, he hadn't yet. So no, he hadn't yet. But if his name come up, guess what? Bye-bye. Go sit down. Go sit down. That's just what it is, man. I mean, at some point we got to have morality got to outweigh politics. It's got to. And you can't sit here and act like that if it wasn't your child or somebody in your family that was one of these survivors / victims, that you wouldn't be upset, that you wouldn't want justice served. And if you say you wouldn't, you need to be in there with them because it says a lot about how you think. And if you come up this driveway, I'm rolling you back down. Hey, I'm just being honest. Don't be around me and mine because that don't make sense.
The conversation of, oh, we're only discussing Jay-Z and tip lines. Was Trump ever mentioned? Again, you're not reading because Trump was mentioned in this and we've discussed that. I don't know why people are not understanding this. He was mentioned massively in these files. So Two things people are wrong about. The third thing is, I think that now whoever's
Queen
targeting
KCO,
Jay-Z from
long
behind
time no
him,
see,
because
Bessie.
clearly
How you
somebody
doing?
in the
Thank you for that
industry
heartbeat.
wants to have his name mentioned in this and wants this to be released in some kind of way, now knows the articles that basically work for him in some kind of way. Because TMZ also, I believe, have not touched this when it comes to Jay-Z. I want to just quickly check if they've said anything. They've said absolutely nothing in regards to Jay-Z and this conversation. And, you know, in the Epstein files, Epstein literally admitted himself that Harvey Levin from TMZ is one of his good friends and that he can use him when it comes to a PR crisis, when it comes to some kind of news. So for the fact that TMZ also seemed to be on Jay-Z's side, and then Epstein in these emails is admitting that Harvey Levin is his best friend, you don't want to be on that team. You're riding with the wrong team.
Yes.
You are riding with the wrong team. If you really think about it, guys, you're riding with the wrong team. So the conversation of nobody reputable has mentioned Variety have clearly made an article. Jay-Z, Harvey Weinstein, and Pusha T mentioned in the latest Epstein release. That's it, because they have been mentioned. So why can't people speak about it? Why can't people report about it? It's not a fake story that's going viral. It's in the Department of Justice, you know, website that somebody has come forward with a tip to say that they woke up and recognized these two individuals way back then. Very similar to the Diddy lawsuit with Busby that, you know, the woman could recognize these two. Why are suddenly these women pushed to the side and we can't believe victims when it comes to your favorite musicians? I don't understand.
Me neither.
It don't make no sense to me. With the Grammy pre-conference happening right now, there is even a video of Pusha T, you know, doing a conference, and he just looks terribly sad, irritated, and pissed off. And the video has kind of gone viral. I would find that and clip that in here. He just looks like he's just pissed off because the fact that he's just been mentioned in all of this, and it's not good for advertisers. This is what I want to keep stating. Even if they've not done anything wrong or they've done anything, you know, whatever way you look at it, their name being in the hot waters brings negative PR and press, which will just, you know, warn off some advertisers to not really go near these
Queen
people
KCO,
because they're just like, hold on now, like what's going on? I feel like NFL are this close to do something with Jay-Z. Right now, it's not concrete evidence. So they're not going to say anything. They're not going to do anything. And with the Super Bowl coming up so close, they don't want to mess up what's gone wrong with what might go wrong with future advertisers. So I don't think that Jay-Z is going to be dropped from the NFL. I think that's a very outlandish statement to make right now, in my opinion. I think that, you know, for him to be dropped right now would make no sense for anybody across the board, whether it's NFL, whether it's Jay-Z, whether it's advertisers, whether it's Bad Bunny. It just makes no sense. It's too close for that. And there's not enough concrete evidence. But if more stuff like this keeps going viral, because this is the second time, then there will come a point where NFL will have to do that. If this man, from his own words, Sean Carter, stated that he lost 20 million just because he's been accused in the Busby lawsuit, this man is going to lose a lot more money when it comes to this. Absolutely. Because, you know, being mentioned in the Epstein stuff is really, really something that you don't want. And it will, you know, follow you for a while. It doesn't mean your career will go down the drain. Look at Naomi Campbell. She's been mentioned and she's been, you know, still got a thriving career. But it's just going to, you know, cloud you and cloud your career for the next 6 to 8 months while this is going on. But of course, the Carter's main objective is this to drown out, which is why I think they're doing panic control, because with the Super Bowl, with Beyonce's rock and roll album, with the Met Gala, you know, she's a president on the board. They want to basically get rid of all of this entire conversation and, you know, control the press as much as they can. This is why I feel like these articles have been taken down. But these organizations that have retracted and taken down either A, have been threatened, or B, are basically on Jay-Z's side and are not real journalists, in my opinion. But has the Shade Room ever been a real journalist? No. Do subscribe, guys. Comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up. Send a tip if you guys wish to. There's a $sign there. You can send whatever you want. It goes a long way. And yeah, I think this conversation has just started. There's a lot of other things we need to break down in these files that we will be doing today as well. So please keep the notifications on. Click that button and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys soon for another video.
Hey, shout out to Murad again for covering that. Listen, y'all. So there's a petition to remove Jay-Z, allegedly, y'all. I'm saying allegedly. All right. Allegedly, there is a petition to remove Jay-Z off anything to do with the NFL. So this would be another conglomerate that would drop him if they choose to do it. That would drop him. DJ Rocky B said, "Where's that petition?" I don't know. I haven't looked it up. I just heard it. They just said it in the one previously. Miss Lowdown said it, but I'll definitely go and look and see if we can find it. But if that is indeed the case, that would be a huge blow. Would that be the beginning of corporates corporations or companies that have business dealings with him, would that be the beginning or the domino effect? Would they stop dealing with him? Would this be his downfall? You know, DJ Rocky B said, "I'm signing it. Just show me where it is." Just I put my name twice. No, she didn't say that, y'all. But I'm just saying. So you got to wonder, y'all. And we got the Super Bowl coming up Sunday. We had the Grammys last night, which your boy didn't watch it. I thought I was going to, but I didn't. DJ Rocky B said, "That's why I love Jaguar Wright." You know what? For all of her antics, over the top antics, we would be remiss if we didn't give her credit now. In fact, we need to give her credit right now because a lot of the things that she said, we are seeing take place. They actually have been taking place. You know, I still remember being on her live on YouTube when the sheriff came and arrested her when she was at the pool. That was like the craziest thing ever. But now you have to wonder, well, these people arresting her and doing these things because we've already proven that the police is part of it too. We've already proven that. Not, we don't even say allege. We already proven that. So was this part of the thing to detain her, to keep her silent, or to scare her, or to whatever? You know, stuff like that. You know, that's just wild. All right, y'all. We're gonna go to segment 4, and we're gonna follow up. We're gonna stay with Mr. Morali on this, but let's go back to, and we've mentioned it a couple of times, but let's go back to when we was mentioning where Clive Davis was going into the restaurant, and somebody asked him about Diddy. Biggie 55, welcome in, and he acted as if he never heard of what a Diddy is. He like it was a new toy that had came out, that had just came out. Nobody heard of it. There ain't been no commercials about it, no advertisement for it, or anything. That's how he was looking when they asked him what he thought about that. What was his words about Diddy? And he was just like, "What is that?" I mean, he even looked at the person he was with, like, what? What is he asking me? Like, that's so foreign. Diddy, what's a Diddy? That's so foreign. I've never heard of that. Hold on, hold on. My sister said, or like an owl, Diddy. Who? Who? He did. You're not lying, sis. He did. And even when he came out from eating at the restaurant and he was getting back in his car and they was asking him about it, y'all, he was so silent. Y'all know he up there in age. Like he was slowly getting the seatbelt. They still asking him. And when I tell you he ain't uttered a syllable about a Diddy, he get the seatbelt, he like pulling it over him. They still asking and talking to him. I mean, it's like the slowest slow motion. It's slower than slow motion. He putting the seatbelt on. He, he even waited for his puppy to jump in his lap in the front seat, and he ain't answer nothing. Them people was asking him about Diddy. That's how it was. The coldest. I ain't never, I ain't never seen somebody get shone like that. So cold, so callously. Like, you know, Jenny said Betty was talking cash stuff after that door closed. Yeah, and the window go up. Yeah, you know he was. The whole ride, he probably talking stuff. Um, and again, I haven't heard this. We're gonna listen to it together. It's the fourth and final segment before I let you all go have your day. Once again, y'all, we still got this one pirate hat that we've got to get in order to close out the gifting goal. If y'all can help us do that, it's greatly appreciated. The title of this says Clive Davis brutally betrayed Diddy and just won. Wow. Now, to me, and for those of you that saw the video that I'm just referring to, me, Sis and I are referring to, if y'all saw that video, we thought that was a brutal betray. But if it's worse than that, And I mean that was cold. That was cold. Colder than a blizzard in Siberia cold. If it's worse than that, this is, I mean, he, and we know he has the ability to make sure nobody in the elite circle messes with a person that he deems off limit or that he blackballs, right? We know that. We know that. So if it's anything pertaining to something worse than what we saw in that video, even if Diddy does get out, I don't think that. And this is just my thought, y'all. This is just my thought. Don't get mad. Don't say I'm saying this, that, and the third. I'm just this is just my thought. If it's colder than that, then he may just even if Diddy get out, he won't have nothing to do. Nobody will mess with him. So let's get in. Let's get into four. Let's get in the last segment and see what we got on the table.
At the end of the day, Clive Davis won. Everybody's at his pre-Grammy party as I record this video. And where is Diddy?
All right, so that was. Hold on, let me go back, y'all. It was his pre-Grammy gala, Clive's pre-Grammy gala. You got Demi, Lizzo, MGK. That's in the picture.
Grammy party as I record this video. And where is Diddy? Rotting away at the Fort Dix jail, moved from the MDC jail, had a high-profile criminal trial, and has lost so much when it comes to his connections. And Clive Davis has truly abandoned him, because when it came to the moment that people had asked him, what do you think of what's going on with Diddy? An opportunity for Clive to potentially voice some kind of morale or support for him, or even support for their relationship in the past. He pretended that that man didn't even exist.
People are curious about the status of P. Diddy.
They playing it, Sid.
Status of what? P. Diddy. Diddy.
Stop, y'all. Hold on, y'all. It don't ever get old. It don't ever get old. Hold on, y'all. Oh my gosh, man. He looked at the dude that asked him about Diddy. He said, the what? He said Diddy. The guy asking the question like, Diddy. Diddy. Clive looked at the dude that was helping him up the stairs or whatever go in. He got his arm around, how you help an elderly person so they don't fall. Oh man, Clive, here I go crying. Boy, that's the coldest, boy. I've been turned down in my life before, but gee, never like that. But in any event, he looked at the guy that was helping him up, that was helping him walk. And he looking at him like, what is he saying? What's a Diddy? Do you know what a Diddy is? Have you ever heard of a Diddy? I don't know what a Diddy is. What is he talking about? What is this man asking me about? Why is he wasting my time asking me with something I don't even know what it is? Not who he is, what it is. Right? Look, I gotta rewind it. I gotta see it again, y'all. I want y'all to go and watch this, man. This is the coldest. Ooh.
He pretended that that man didn't even exist.
People are curious about the status of P. Diddy.
Status of what?
P. Diddy.
I'm sorry, I gotta stop it again. He said the status of what? Ooh-wee. Boy. Oh my God, y'all. Listen. Oh my goodness, man. Oh, the status of what? He didn't even give him enough credit as a human being anymore. He said the status of what? Couldn't have been me. Couldn't have been me that posted that, because I'm petty. I would have had the song playing in the background by Big Sean. I don't F with you. I would have been playing it the whole time. That was funny. OMG. Aztec Princess, thank you for that heart, me love. OMG, y'all. That man said, "What do you think about the status of Diddy?" He said, "The status of what?" Wee.
Diddy.
Oh no, y'all, I missed that part. The man that was helping him, he said, he looked, because I told y'all, oh, Clive was looking at him, right? He was, as that princess, thank you for the go populous, beautiful. I appreciate it. I told y'all he looked at the guy that was helping him. Clive did. He looked at, he's like, what? What did he say? And the guy that was helping him said, Diddy. Hold on, y'all. I gotta see what he said again. That was funny too. I didn't even know he said this. Hold on, y'all. I got
P. Diddy. Diddy.
He said, I can't even, I can't comprehend what that is. I don't know what that is. I can't answer. I don't even know what a Diddy is. I don't know what that means. What is he saying? I don't know. Listen, y'all. That was ring the bell, man. Ring the bell. It's OV.
What do you make of that situation? All right. No comment from Clive Davis on P. Diddy. Mr. Davis, you're a major influence on the career of P. Diddy. Have you spoken to him since the federal raid?
The man paused and took a picture with just a random person. Man, I'm over here crying, boy. Y'all, that junk's so funny. Listen, this man, he walks slow. Y'all, put a 1 in the live if you've seen the video already. Put a 1 in the live if you have, okay? But not only is he walking slow as molasses, I mean, he's old, y'all. I mean, so we get that. But not only is he walking, it's taking him a long time because he's up in age and walking slow. This man took the time to stop and allow a stranger to come up next to him and take a picture while the guy's asking him about Diddy, and Clive didn't utter a syllable. He reacted as if the man didn't even exist. That is the most deafening silence I have heard.
Have you spoken to Sean Combs?
Look, get in the car, boy. It's taking him about 10 minutes to get in the car. It took him about a minute to get his leg up.
Any comments about Diddy? He credits you as one of his mentors.
The dog that jumped in, they put his seatbelt on. The dog got in.
Pretended that Diddy didn't even exist. If that isn't betrayal, I don't know what is. But as of right now, it's so clear to see Clive Davis has won. And his protege, somebody that he supported,
oh my God,
he's completely neglected because he knew that he had to cut those ties. And just to see everybody attending the pre-Grammy parties of Clive Davis, knowing that he is heavily related to the birth of creating the monster that is Diddy after the high-profile trial, is very interesting. Hey guys, it's Murad Murali. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Daily and consistent content. Do subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way. Join Murad Nation, and let's get straight into this video. So I had to speak about the relationship between Clive and Diddy again, because I am seeing these pictures at the Clive Davis pre-Grammy Gala, where he actually has had so many industry icons.
This is, what's All of Me? What's his name? What is this dude's name? John Legend. John Legend and what's it? His wife.
Come to his exclusive party. Despite everything that has happened to Diddy, this really proves that after the trial and the year of madness, that Clive has truly come out completely unscathed. Clive also wasn't mentioned in the criminal trial, from what I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he wasn't. He got away with it completely. And I just find it so interesting as to how Clive gets away with this. But if you look into Clive's history, if you look into the businesses that he ran, even at moments when he got fired and how he was able to maneuver and overcome, he had a great business model. Very similar to Jay-Z, which is why his name was mentioned in the Epstein files, because, Epstein and his friends were talking about Jay-Z's business models and how great it was. Clive Davis was the OG in that. He knew how to maneuver and exploit people to overcome. And that is why he's currently in the position that he is today. He will not be going down to jail. I don't see a Clive Davis trial happening ever. I just don't see a Clive Davis trial happening ever. Here you can see that Clive has done it again, throwing one of the Grammy weekend's most exclusive parties today and pulling in a massive A-list crowd. The legendary executive hosted his annual pre-Grammy gala and saluted to industry icons Saturday night in Beverly Hills, and the red carpet was stacked with so many stars who were all very happy to come to Clive Davis's, pre-Grammy party. Amongst those, you have Heidi Klum, Chrissy Teigen, John Legend, Jennifer Hudson, Jack Osborne. Well, he's not really a A-lister. Machine, Gun Kelly, John Legend. You have so many people. Even Stevie Wonder, I believe, had attended. And, recently, I think that it stated that there is some kind of Clive Davis award that you actually can obtain. Tiana Taylor was there as well. So many people, guys, had come. Demi Lovato. You had Lizzo. You have so many huge artists, and all of this just goes to show you that he clearly is thriving. He's doing very well in his career, and that Diddy lost. I want to go through the words of Diddy. Clive Davis gave me a chance when I was starting Bad Boy Entertainment. He was one of the first industry executives to really believe in me. I'm forever grateful for Clive. To be honored at this year's pre-Grammy Gala and receive the Industry Icons Award is truly a blessing. This was in 2019. I look forward to seeing all my musical family. I'm humbled by this honor, love. And here you can see, he was not only attending the pre-Grammy parties of Clive, but he was definitely, receiving awards. So they still had a great relationship. But when everything went to bust in 2024, when he was officially arrested and then indicted and charged, and then his criminal trial and he was convicted, Clive voiced no support. And most celebrities didn't, but quite a few did actually speak out, give character support statements. And Clive didn't need to give a public, statement. He could have gone in the back end and tried to help Diddy through his connections. Because like I said, the way that Clive maneuvers way back when in his 20s and 30s and 40s, he knew exactly how to do. So he could have offered Diddy something, but he decided not to. And I do believe that Clive is one of Diddy's sugar daddies. That's how I see it, because Clive stated that he was bi at one point and he offered so much money to Diddy suddenly out of nowhere. And then Diddy, of course, got the money, helped to build Bad Boy Records. Clive essentially built Bad Boy Records. He built the monster that is Diddy. And it's just insane to see how somebody can build the monster that is Diddy. Diddy can be torn apart in 2 years and be dragged down and embarrassed. And yet you still have Clive doing his pre-Grammy parties, even up to the point when he was doing a party and Whitney was up in that bath. I don't even think that Whitney even liked taking baths. I don't even know how she ended up in that bath, but she was up in that bath whilst he was doing a party. And even whilst that happened, I got to go see that. The following years, he still had many of these parties. Because the celebrities don't have moral compass, they don't have a backbone, and majority of them just don't care. They just don't want to be the one in the firing line. If they are in the firing line, the rest will just run away from you because they don't want to be associated. They don't want to say anything for you. They can neglect you and drop you. So all of this camaraderie, like Diddy talking about his musical family, they ain't no damn family. All of these people that you see in the award ceremonies, none of them are family. None of them are friends. Everything is strategic. Everything is corrupt. Everything is manipulative. And just the relationship of Clive and Diddy. And Clive right now is why I wanted to make this video. Looking at both, how it's such a stark contrast, especially when you're looking at this party that he's still doing, because the Rock Nation brunch, I don't see happening anytime soon. It completely stopped. Jay-Z could have continued that on his own.
True.
Diddy always supported Clive, always went to the, Clive Nation, not Clive Nation, the Clive Davis, pre-Grammy Gala brunch. He always went to the parties, always. And Jay-Z could have continued the rock brunches, on his own, but he chose not to do so. But yet Clive Davis is still pulling in strong. I also think that Clive is thoroughly more protected and has a lot more connections, and I just don't think that he will go down like that for him. Also, I don't think that there's anything of him in terms of being filmed. He wasn't mentioned anywhere in these Epstein files. Correct me if I'm wrong, again, but I don't believe that he was mentioned anywhere in these Epstein files, because I think that Clive sometimes, thinks ahead before he does these actions. He knows how to clean up his mess. There is documented mess that Clive has been doing, absolutely yes, but that's way back then. I don't know. I just find the industry so cold. Who wants to be part of this industry? I'm so sorry, because the relationship between Clive and Diddy is crazy to me. And so many A-listers, if that's what you want to call it, flocked to his parties. Even last year, during the trial and during Diddy being in prison. Not during the trial, but whilst Diddy was in prison prior to the trial in February, he still had a party. But this one also just seems to be bigger. It looks like he's just going strength to strength. The sugar daddy done protected himself, child, before he was helping the dangerous demon that is Diddy. He said, let me protect myself, and if you go down, juices, I don't give a damn. You can't even bring me down with you because I'm not directly involved in this in any way, shape, or form. When it comes to anything on paper, anything on video, they ain't got nothing on me.
True.
The people might know that Clive is crazy, but a word of mouth and discussions like this ain't going to do, you know, nothing bad for him. He doesn't give a damn. He's still well connected, well powerful, and a lot of the people in the music industry still look up to him or still need him or still want to be in his good graces. That's why they're going to these parties.
Yep.
Oh, it really does make you think, guys. Now that he's in prison, looking back at the relationship between, you know, Diddy and one of his sugar daddies, looking at, you know, Clive and Diddy, just how he's completely neglected him is really interesting. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. Do subscribe to the channel, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. It's just one click to subscribe. That's all you guys need to do. It goes a long way. I would really appreciate it. I wanted to have this discussion with you guys, like a 10-minute discussion video on this, thinking about the fact that Clive has brutally neglected Diddy, left him, and he is rotting away, and Clive currently is having, you know, the party of his life, as if Diddy never even existed.
Climbing. That's why he just climbing.
As if Diddy never even existed after all the work Diddy has done for him. This is one of his closest friends in the industry. That's why I'm also wanting to have this conversation. The rest of the celebrities going quiet, I don't give a damn. But Diddy and Clive, they were thick as thieves.
Yeah.
Rolling around in that bed. I'm joking. But let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. Click that button and subscribe. Join Murad Nation. It's just one click. It's all you guys need to do. And I'll catch you guys soon for another video.
Good job, Murad, boy. Even with the jabs he be throwing in there and the jokes, man, they be funny. But once again, never disappoint. Great content. All right, y'all. Hey, we come to it. Hey, there it is, Lori. Thank you so much. Aye, friend. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for closing out that goal for us. Thank you all for joining us for another episode of hashtag I'm Gonna Say It. Let's give it up to those gifters and uplifters. And yo, let's take a moment and give it up for the hardest working moderating staff on TikTok. They're classy, they're professional, they keep me in line, and they make sure that we do what's right and bring you the facts. Straight off the fax machine. I appreciate y'all so much. Let's give it up for them. Without them, this wouldn't be. DJ Rocky B, I love you, baby. Check this out. We want to thank you all for rocking with us. You all are the guests of honor. Y'all decided to spend your time with us, and we appreciate it. Your presence is a gift that my moderators and I are grateful for. So thank you so much. We appreciate that. We pray for your continued support and love. Believe me, y'all, it doesn't go unnoticed and it doesn't go unappreciated. It's very much appreciated. So thank you so much. Let's send some well wishes out, man. We want to make sure we want to keep Dimple Cheeks in our prayer. Want to keep my little brother in our prayer. He said he's feeling better, but still nowhere near where he's usually or needs to be. So we want to make sure we keep him in prayer. We want to make sure we keep any families being affected by the craziness, the rudeness, the savagery, the inhumane activities that's going on in the world today. Let's keep them in our prayer as well. Let's pray for the world. I think the whole world needs it, not just our country. The whole world needs it. So let's pray for them as well, okay? Make sure we keep them in prayer. If you're watching this via YouTube, remember, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click that thumbs up icon and then click on that little bell icon so you'll be notified when we post content or go live over there. It's just Grams. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. You're awesome. You're awesome, bestie. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed to my brother's channel over on Twitch TV, please go and subscribe to MC3 SFT9 and join us for our wrestling shows on there. We have Wednesday Night Wreckage, we have Friday Night Feuds and Friday Night Fight Club and Saturday Showdown right now. We will be starting another show, I think it's Thursday Night Onslaught. And that's going to be for like new talent that's coming in, that's joining us. And they'll have their show so they can showcase their stuff too as well. So y'all just stay tuned. If you got Facebook, go to Global Impact Wrestlers Present OCWA. And that way you can keep up with the what's happening and ongoings of what we doing, okay? Big Mel said, can't wait for WWE 2K26 in March. Me neither. Me neither. I want to see if they're going to tweak it and make some changes and make it better. I hear they bring it back, the Attitude Era and some other things that we had in the game. So I'm eager for it, man. I'm ready for it to come out. That and NCAA football 2026 as well. I'm eager for that. Listen, if you enjoyed the content, please do me a favor. Go ahead and make a donation to the CAS $ capital letters G Smooth 404. It's greatly appreciated if you decide to do so. I feel like I'm forgetting something else that I promised somebody I would. I got it. Carolina Nexus podcast. Remember, that's tomorrow. That's Tuesday. And I believe he said at 10, I think. I'm not sure, but you can tune in a Carolina Nexus. It'll be YouTube and Facebook. He may have it here too. I'm not sure. But I know he's on Facebook for sure. But Carolina Nexus, let's make sure we tune in and show him some love. I'll have more information about it tomorrow. So if you all want to check in, you can check in on it, you can. Also, hashtag True Podcast. Let's make sure we go and support them. Hashtag True Podcast. Our brother Scott runs that. He does an amazing job. Great interviews. And I'm just proud of him deciding to rededicate himself to the Lord. And I love that. About him, brother. Peace and blessings to you. If I can be of any help to you on this journey, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I will continuously send you out videos from our services on Sunday when we go. We should be back this Sunday. Our church family was over in London this past Sunday, yesterday. So we didn't have any worship service or anything like that. They're over in London getting ready for the access in London. So let's give it up to 2819 Church. Lead Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell. And any of y'all, hey man, if y'all would like to just join us via a digital disciple, if you would like to join our service on Sundays, man, just shoot me a message and I will gladly share you the link as we are starting our service. And I'm going to tell y'all, our mission is to spread the gospel and multiply disciples. And I'm telling you, if you say, hey, I want to see the link, I want the link so I can join y'all in church. Sometimes, right when we're getting ready to start our praise section or section of the service, right before I stand up and get ready to start praising, I'm sending out the link to you people. Not to disrespect God, not to take away any time from him, but he says to multiply disciples, spread the gospel and multiply disciples. And I want to keep my word, and I never know who needs it. Right, little brother, thank you for that heart. I appreciate it. I told them people you were feeling a little bit better, not where you need to be, but a little better. And so we are thankful for that too, little brother. We got to give God the glory on that. So just know, send me the link and I got you. Lori said, send me the link. Okay, I got you. On Sunday, I'll send you that link. Lori, and y'all join in with us. It is great. I love it. I'm going to tell you, I had grown up in the church. I fell away from the church. And I didn't start to really. My wife actually, this came up in her feed one time. This church, 2819 Church, came up in her feed, and then she joined a group, a women's gospel group here on TikTok. And if you all want to join them on that, it's a great thing. I go in there sometimes and listen. Wow. It's amazing. So if you all would like to join them too, let me know, and I'll get that information to you as well. But Jenny said it is awesome. Yes, see, she knows. Jenny knows. Jenny's on this journey as well. So, and to my understanding, sis, you rededicated yourself too, right, through this? You know, and here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. Once you decide to do it, you feel clarity. You things you use and understand. Don't think the biggest misconception we have. And I know I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm holding y'all on this closing monologue, but I feel like this is important. Out of all that we talk about, this is most important. I think people think that when you decide to dedicate your life to the Lord, that you're supposed to be perfect. And that seems overwhelming. That seems uh, fearful to people. Let me make sure I can make this abundantly clear to you all. You don't have to be perfect. God already knows we're not perfect. He already knows we're not going to be perfect. That's just the devil getting into your mind and trying to pull you away from doing what's right. Understand, if you continuously doing what's wrong, there's no reason for the devil to work. He's already got you. But if you're trying to do what's right and change your life, and you're trying to walk and be and walk Christ like, that's when he's gonna work on you the hardest. All right. Karma said, "I bet your wife is a beautiful soul. If she's married to you, you're a great human being. Being period. Thank you, human being. Period. Thank you so. That's the ultimate compliment. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Karma. She is amazing, and if I can be honest with you, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. You know, I wouldn't be because she, like I said, she saw this first. I was already cool. I already been to church. Like I said, I grew up in it, and then I just it wasn't. You know, I fell, of course, a teenager, and then doing things like living life. But she was like, "We're gonna go," and so we got up and went to this. Now, the first time we went, they was still 2819 was still we were in the church in Atlanta. And y'all, when we pulled up and the line was down, it was so far down. There was people everywhere, and I'm looking at her like, "Babe, you know I don't have patience. I'll sit in the car." I, but she's like, "Nope," and I'm so glad she made me come in there, and and I ain't gonna lie, I went in thinking, you know what, I can't wait till this is over. I'm just ready for this to be done with. But that's where I was met at. That's where God found me at right there again, and Jesus let me know I needed to be there. You see, everything is in God's timing, and so you know how we talk about we worry about things and how we gonna figure things out when God already has a solution. You see, well, this is pretty much the same thing. I'm like, dude, He's working, showing this church popping up in my wife's news feed, and she's putting in her mind because her aunt just passed away. She was really close to her aunt, and her aunt passed away, and it was one of the things that she was telling her in the last conversation that we had, which is crazy. I have to get in that again. I have to tell y'all that at another time. But she told her to make sure she's right with God, get right with God, stuff like that. So, she passed away, and on the way home, as we driving back home from Ohio, um, my wife was like, "You know what? I think we're gonna go to this church. We're gonna try this church. I think this is where I want to go." I'm like, "All right, and if she wants to do it, I'm gonna do it." But you know, I'm like, "Here we go, another church." But when I got in there, make your voices heard. Message to your wife. Ooh, yes, yes, that part right there, Karma. That part right there. And look, I am gonna say this real quick. Let me stop. I want to say this real quick. While we were in Ohio at the hospital, and my wife went back to visit her aunt, came because she was in a coma, y'all. It was really bad. I had my wife come on and explain it to y'all. I don't, because you know what I mean. But let me tell y'all this: while my wife was back there, her aunt momentarily came out of that comatose state, and her words was this right here: "Pray for my mind. Pray for my mind." So even in the midst of Aunt Mimi knowing her life, feeling her life slipping away, she still had the wherewithal to call on the Lord and Savior. You know, yeah, and God let her say goodbye. Exactly. And let me tell y'all, I'm just gonna tell it. If y'all gotta go, I understand. I'm sorry, y'all go ahead. But you know, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'm transparent, and I ain't got no problem crying on you. You know what I mean? I just that's just who I am. But that Friday, okay, Aunt Mimi had a stroke, and so she was in the hospital for a while, for about a week or so. She got out. She went and stayed with her daughter, and so on this was a Friday night. I mean, Friday afternoon, Friday evening. We was driving back home. My wife, uh, Rudy, and I. We was in the car. We was driving back home, and I said, you know, did you call Mimi? And she was like, nah, you know, I didn't call her. You know, it's just, you know, she liked to talk a lot on the phone, and I'm like, nah, go ahead and call her. You told her you was gonna call her. She's like, you're right. And so she called her when we got in the house. She got dinner going and stuff like that. She called Mimi. We call her Mimi, right? But she called Mimi. Uh, I talked to her. My wife talked to her. Rudy talked to her. Everybody has talked to her, but she seemed like she was so like clear minded. Like no, it was her. It was the normal Mimi that we had known. You know, it was you couldn't tell she had a stroke or anything. So that and so we talked, and then while her and we talked to her, and while she was on the phone, while Mimi was on the phone with Rudy, she told Rudy that when we came up, that they would bake cookies together, and so that stuck with Rudy. Now, what we didn't know is that a few hours from that conversation, apparently Mimi had fell and had another stroke and fell and hit her head and everything after she was at her daughter's house. So they had to rush her back to the hospital. Now, given that this happened, my wife and Rudy got together. They baked cookies. We immediately and we had our own thing going on then, like a personal, not between my wife and I, but I'm talking about we had issues going on here, you know, car situation and stuff like that. And don't y'all know, God's amazing, man. He's amazing. As our car is messing up, we trying to figure out how we gonna pay our bills, but yet get the car fixed. We need this car fixed, and we got to get to Ohio because Mimi is in the hospital in ICU, and we know the severity of it. Let me tell y'all about how good God is. Yeah, we did lose the car. We lost that car. But remember, I told y'all sometimes we have to sever ties with things because He has a bigger blessing in store for us. And we got to make way for that new blessing. So before we had let the car go that we were stressed out about, don't you know we blessed with a brand new car, an SUV. So not only did we get the SUV, but now we had a way. We didn't have to rent no car to go to Ohio. We drive our own car. So in the midst of this going on, my wife and Rudy in the kitchen, they baking cookies because Rudy remembered that Auntie Mimi said that they were gonna bake cookies together, and she wanted to make sure that she took cookies to Mimi while we went up there. And so when we got up there, my wife let Rudy go back there in the back too. I went one time, and that was oh my gosh. But Rudy went back there, and Rudy put two cookies in a Ziploc bag, and she left them on the table for Mimi. You get me? But this is what got us to go to this church, and so as much as I didn't want to go to the church, as much as the devil was on me in the parking lot of the church, seeing all these droves of people everywhere, and I'm like, yo, not me. I can't even go to the grocery store If I don't have my headphones in and I'm listening to music, I will spaz in the grocery store. My anxiety is just like, whew. And I'm gonna tell y'all, insomnia and anxiety is like a bad thing to have. They don't go together, right? Like you don't catch a break. But I can't do it. And so when I saw all these people, I'm like, no, I'm not going. I'm just not going in. I'm gonna sit in the car. But I went ahead and go in, and let me tell you, not only did I want to go back, I was upset that it was over. I was ready to go back. I was ready for the next one. If it could have went from Sunday, skip Monday through Fridays, I mean Monday through Saturday, and went back to Sunday the next day, I'd have been great because I wanted to go back. I felt it. For the first time, I felt it. You get me? And then the way that the preacher, the way that the pastor, Philip Anthony Mitchell, portrayed the message, gave the message, delivered the message, I understood it. You see, a lot of the things that we're not interested in, we're only not interested in because we don't understand it. We don't get the message. We don't receive it. But then when you got, when you got a person who can sit here and say, as a pastor, I struggle with sin too. I'm human. Hey, I tried to unalive myself, and that's where God found me. He was literally in the bathroom getting ready to take his self-deletion. And that's where the Lord met him at and changed his life. You get me? And so, and then the appearance, tie and stuff like, no, we don't do all of that. We don't do all that. I'll pass it. You'll see when I send you the link, I'll pass it. Come in with a hoodie, some black jeans, and some J's. The word don't need to be dressed up. The gospel don't need to be dressed up. The gospel just needs to be delivered in truth, in spirit, in truth. And so that's what we get. And so as I kept going back and I kept listening to him, give us this message, give us the gospel. And the way he was delivering it made me understand it. That's what made me want to rededicate myself to the Lord, because I got a clearer understanding of it. Now I can take them. You think I stopped and took time to read the Bible before? No, but now I do. And I know I held y'all for a long time, but I needed to get that out. And like I said, and I mean what I'm saying, if you all would like to join us for our service on Sunday mornings, let me know. I got you that link. Lori, I got you. I'm going to make sure you get it. Jenny said Pastor Mitchell will make you want to read the Bible. Yes. Amen. Amen to that, sis. Run to it. I told y'all, when I'm picking Rudy up from school, I'm in that car ride line, I'm reading my Bible. It's to the point now where if I miss a day from reading that Bible, I feel bad. Like I feel like, how in the world could our Lord and Savior bless us with so much time in a day, and we can't set aside 20, 30, 40 minutes for him, 45 minutes to him, or however much you need to read. But we can't dedicate that to him. So that's where I'm at now. I'm thankful for it. We ended up getting baptized. And I have to thank Rudy for that too, because a 10-year-old so invested in Jesus, so invested in wanting to get back. What do you know? She wants to get baptized. And it's like, yo, I don't know what we did to deserve her. Because I know I messed up in life. And it's a few folks in here that know me that can tell you I done messed up in life. They have been present for the mess up. You know what I'm saying? I have hurt them, so they can tell you. But the thing about it is, we get to see. Yeah, Taylor, right? We get to see God's miracle daily in looking at Rudy. A baby that was deceased before even getting here, out the womb, was deceased. Cold blue. Her skin was blue. My baby wasn't breathing. My baby had the umbilical cord wrapped around her neck. My baby had a hole in her heart. She was dead on arrival. And our God, rallied some people, some angels around and put them in that room at the right time, at the right place, as they carried my wife and I's baby across the room and perform emergency CPR on her. She had to spend a week in NICU. And here we are, 11 years later, going on 12 in August. 11 years later, you just saw that miracle come in here and give me a kiss earlier. So when people say the Bible is man-made and written and you can't buy it, you can't invest in it, how can you believe it when this was made by the people who oppressed us or something? Let me, you so shallow. Who do you think allows you to wake up each day? Who do you think allows air in your lungs? Who do you think can perform miracles every day? That's what it's. So those people who are oppressed our people, or those people who are trying to oppress people now, or those people who don't live godly like now, they'll have their time. They'll have their judgment. Don't cause yourself to miss out on the new world. Because yes, y'all, there's a new world. This isn't the end. This isn't the end all be all. There's a new world. Don't cause yourself to miss out on basking in that and dwelling with our Lord amongst his kingdom. All because you worried about people not getting their justice here on this earth. Because this ain't the end. This ain't the end. This has been your self-proclaimed favorite news reporter, Mr. Breaking News, signing off from the newsroom. Y'all have a good day. Peace and blessings to you all, and I love you to life.